Welcome back to our Final Fantasy Origin walkthrough. In this episode we're going to be doing the Sea Pirates Cave. So let's get cracking on through. Make sure to grab these cubes and then we'll check the job trees as we've got some points that we can spend. So let's level up a little bit. That's fine for now. Looks like we can't spend the points, so it's all good. Let's get cracking on through. There's quite a few bits and bobs to do in this stage. We've got the spider's webs here as well. So smash on through. You can also cast fire on those webs to do some damage to the enemy. So if we switch to mage, highlight that section there, and then use fire, that will do some damage to the enemy. If there was an enemy there, which it seems that there was not. In that case, if memory serves, we do have a boss to fight at the end of this level as well, which is a bit of a spicy meatball. So that's the fire there, which does a lot of damage to the enemy and break damage to the enemy as well. Just crack on through. I feel like we just missed something behind us, but we'll just check that out in just a sec. Just smashing through the enemies here. You can also just cast the spells at the enemy just like that. Oh no, this was the way to go for the treasure, so yeah, we just headed down there for some weapons. We should also check our equipment because we've not checked the allies for a little while. So just optimize the equipment to make sure your party members got some good stuff equipped. Let's push on forward. I think we came from this direction up here. So let's go this way. This stage is beautiful as well. I think this is a location from Final Fantasy 14, if I'm not mistaken, the Sea Pirates stage. I can never pronounce the actual stage name from Final Fantasy 14. Starts with an S, I believe. Anyway, let's get cracking on through. Nothing too crazy in this section, to be totally fair. It's just pretty much slice and dice. So we've got some spiders in that web. So if we cast fire, there's quite a lot of damage. You can cast fire again to delete them. That's that. Chain reaction of soul burst. Let's get cracking through. I think it says there's an enemy somewhere. Oh, here we go. That's just a bat enemy. You can cast spells at the enemy as well. You could soul shield that because it's a purple attack, so we can soul shield it and absorb it. And smash that for extra MP. Looks like we've got an item that we're not grabbed. Might as well grab that. And I believe the way is this way. Sometimes it's easy to get lost in these caves. I'm going to grab the cubes, job tree. We should be able to pop a job point, hopefully at this point. Yeah, we're going to go down that one. And a little bit of duelist. That should do. Push on forward. Then we actually got the pirates themselves. With a soul burst. You can also knock them against the walls like that, so you'll see the enemy kind of got pushed against the wall there, which does even more break damage. So if you can sort of like knock the enemies into walls, that also helps as well. We're going to pop Lightbringer there. And pop the party members into limit break mode as well, so they can smash through the enemies. Should be a chain reaction there. All those. That's that. A couple of bits and bobs we can do in here. I think there's multiple ways we can go. So just using some action abilities there with the RB, RB, and then RT. A little bit of cheeky soul burst and all that good stuff. So this bit, we come in from that way. I think that is a secret. Down this way, or some treasure to some extent. So that's that. That's the dead end. Keep on smashing through this way. Soul burst that guy. And I think there is a Tonberry down here. which can be a bit of a spicy meatball enemy, so just watch out for the Tomberry, which is this way, I do believe. So what we'll do is head on up. Smash these might give us some MP, which will help with the fight. And then we'll just go all in. So we go Lightbringer. And party members are in limit break mode. So they're just smashing through that break gauge there. Break gauge is gone. Give him a little bit of a pat on the head. And there he goes. That's that. I mean, to be fair, the party members did most of that break gauge damage. But Lightbringer really helps as well, so. That is that section. We can just drop on down and then kind of backtrack a little bit. I believe it was this way. The Tomberry was up there to the right. We're going to go to the left. And extra item in there drops us back down to this section. So this time we can go right. Once again, nothing too crazy, just slice and dice in this section. You can blow those barrels up if you want to. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes not so much. Sometimes it does some extra damage and stuff, but to be fair, I just find it easier just to run in, to be honest, and just get smashed away, really. So once again, we're going for Lightbringer. Smash through these enemies. Nice and quick. Just grab all the loot. Our party members won't really be very well geared up, so it's always worth picking up the loot so we can make sure they're geared up as well. Old favourite Lightbringer. Power up your party members with the limit break. Okay, so far so good. Keep on smashing through. I think that door is locked for now, so we'll grab these cubes. We can do job level up, so let's pump out some levels, working our way down to White Mage. Down there, we have unlocked White Mage, but I might just hold off for now on that one. This just gives us a bit of information about White Mage, which basically just says it uses like healing spells and supportive spells. In fact, let's go for it. So if we go to battle settings, we should be able to press on Mage. White Mage is level 1, so it might not be doing too much damage at this point. But we'll go for it and see how we do. This bit can be a bit spicy, I think. This enemy is a bit of a beast, so you want to be Lightbringer. Limit break your allies once again. Some enemies have weak points, like the whiskers on these curls are like weak points for the enemy. So sometimes you'll see the text that says weak as you're attacking. You'll also sometimes see, this talks about the weakness. Certain enemies have certain weak points. So the text will actually come up saying weak if you're hitting a weak point, or sometimes it says critical if it's like if it's critical damage. I believe you always get critical damage if you hit an enemy from behind. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you because sometimes these are a bit too quick, to be honest, but if you hit them from the back like that, you'll see it says critical. So that is always the case. So any enemy attacking them in the back is a critical attack. So that is that. Let's push on forward. We've got the cubes up there, and then this is the way to go. So with the White Mage, just to show you a little bit of the spells and stuff, we've got regen. You can also cast it to all party members. If you hold it down, it will like change the actual spell. But we're out of MP for now, so we'll just crack on. Nothing too crazy here. Some treasure. I'll grab that. Just looking to smash these barrels really so we can get some MP back. This is the next section, so we'll just jump into it. So because White Mage is not really leveled up at this point, it doesn't really have a lot of sort of like stats and MP and HP and damage and stuff like that. But I do want to level up White Mage. It's one of my main jobs, if not my actual main job that I use. So okay. Okay, so far so good. Let's just grab all the bits and bobs around this area. There's not too much. I think there's one treasure chest.
Seriously? We can't get across?
We'll grab that. We can't get onto the main pirate ship from here, so we have to follow the cave round a little bit. There's a little secret tucked away down here. Or a little secret knocking around down here. So we'll just smash these enemies. Pop one of the party members into limit break. You don't always have to pop them both into limit break at the same time, but I tend to do it at the same time because I just kind of like tap both sides, left and right on the D-pad. So far so good, so let's keep on pushing forward. A couple of bad boys here. Gonna spam Lightbringer. And with the White Mage, I tend to... It has a lot of insanely useful spells, so it kind of keeps us alive in the vast majority of situations with all of its bits and bobs. When we get to some cubes, I'll show you some of the spells that it has, which I think is up here. So let's pop these cubes. Job trees. Let's level it up a little bit. So yeah, it's basically got a bunch of stuff. It's got the I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Dia or Dia. I usually say usually go for Dia. That's the like offensive spell, the top one. You've also got Cure, which once again you can hold it down and cure all party members. So Cure, Cura, and Curiga, which is like a massive heal. Regen, Protect. Shell, Haste, and Raise if a party member is KO'd. So that is that. This bit, I think it gives us a tutorial on a new weapon. Let's have a look. Katanas and the Ronin style. This is kind of like your samurai type stuff. Holding RB with a katana will cause you to enter Senshin stance, which greatly enhances your attack power. I would imagine this gives us the actual katana itself. So if you want to check that out, you can whip that on. So Ronin. Then if we hold down RB, it puts us into Shensin stance. And to be fair, this is insanely powerful. You basically just you have to stand still, don't press a direction, and then just hold down RB. Kind of pops you into this stance like this. And then you basically can just keep spamming RB and you can just attack like this for an insanely long time. And it does massive, massive damage as well. So this is one of my favorite weapons in the game. But for now, I actually don't want to level that bad boy up. So I am going to take it off and back to Duelist because I want Ninja and White Mage ideally. Let's just check combo abilities. I'm not sure if we can put anything good on there at the moment. At the minute, it's all just Stormbreaker because we don't really have any other combo abilities unlocked, really. So let's have a look what we have. Aftershock, I think that's really good. I'm just going to double check. I think it's 1, 2, 3, right trigger. Yeah, Aftershock does massive, massive break damage. So we are going to rock and roll with that. Ideally, we could do with the White Mage being leveled up a little bit, so I'm going to just check the anima shards to see if we've got any for White Mage. We do, we've got 4, so I'm going to smash through those. Let's have a look what we have. White Mage affinity plus 10%, holy damage. That should be fine for now. Just want to keep on top of leveling that job up, basically. So not too much left of this stage, if memory serves. I think it's just a few enemies, a shortcut, and then the boss. A couple of different ways that we can go, but I don't think there's anything this way. It's just a random enemy. That's that. Okay. We can use fire on this once again. Oh, we don't have the mage equipped. I'm used to having this weapon and then having access to the mage spells, but that's all good. We'll just smash on through. This boss can be a little bit spicy as well. It's got some really hard hitting attacks. I think he uses an axe. It's kind of like a warrior type class. Just gonna go Lightbringer and just destroy them. There we go. Got some chain reactions there. So far so good, and then we'll just push on forward, which I believe is this way. Some enemies may drop. I'm just going to go into combat mode here and just go for it. Ideally I could do with Lightbringer, limit break our allies, make sure they're smashing away. And take out these enemies for a little bit of extra EXP. Got Lightbringer there. Okay. Smash away. Once again, if you do see these things, like I say before, it generally means it's the way to go. They sort of like block the way. Kind of spew out a few enemies for you to smash on through. I think that's that section.
We have rum.
This place is very nice to look at. Kind of makes me want to fire up Final Fantasy XIV and run that dungeon.
And here I thought this world was all doom and gloom.
Take a good look.
So that's that. Let's grab all the treasure
Back into the thick of it.
and head on forward. Sometimes with these ropes you can find them as shortcuts as well. You kind of throw down the rope and it can create a shortcut for you and stuff in certain situations. But for now we'll push on.
Let's go.
Some enemies in here. Just smash on through. I think I just saw a cactuar over there as well. So I'm going to focus on the cactuar actually, I think, if I can find it. Let's go for it. Although it's very, very good at getting away. As you can see. I think it can escape, so it probably is going to escape at some point because it keeps deleting me as we get close. But now we've got the party members to help out, so. Perfect. So sometimes, yeah, they can run away after a little bit of time. But it's not absolutely vital that you actually get them. It's just a little bit of extra like gear and stuff, so it's not like the end of the world if the cactuar is gone. Don't worry about it. Okay, so far so good. We'll just push on forward. I think this is the way. Smash on through. Just got the water spray there. I saw the purple move icon above his head, so I just held down B or Soul Shield. So far so good. You can also cast haste. We have access to haste, so you can do haste or hasteger. It just makes you run really fast and attack really fast as well. So hasteger will apply to all of the party. And haste just applies to just us. I can't find where the enemies are. That's the aftershock ability, which does massive break damage. Lightbringer can also like push them back like that when you activate it, so it pushes that guy into a wall there. Yes, so that is the actual boss arena just there, but we'll just leave it for a sec because we actually need to head back to the cubes first of all, which is up here. So we'll head on up and then rest first of all before the boss fight, and we'll just kind of prepare ourselves for the boss. So jump trees, use any anima if you've got any anima shards. We'll level up White Mage a little bit. And Duelist. That'll do for now. Become invincible while attacking with the weak spot. So weak spot mastery there on Duelist. Just check the gear as well. So battle settings and then equip your bits and bobs. Check your combos. Command abilities if you've got any extra. That should be fine. Unless we've got a different combo that we can whip on. So we've got Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker on the second one. We could go for Seraph Strike. Pop that on. That should do for now. So we'll crack on into the fight. And we may need to make use of like Cure and stuff in this battle because it can be pretty spicy. So let's jump into the action. Just going to skip straight through this cutscene, get into the fight. Here we go. So like I mentioned, this guy can hit pretty hard. He also buffs these as well. We're going to use the limit break on our party members straight off the bat. So take out the ads first of all. That takes care of those. And if we can attack him from behind, we can do critical strikes like I mentioned before. You can also haste your entire party. There's White Mage, so everyone is insanely fast now. Faster attacks, faster casting. All that good stuff. Once again, if you can do, try and attack from behind. Even if you do Soul Shield on that attack there, it doesn't stop it, so... Pop a potion, take out the pirate. You go to Lightbringer. He usually attacks like 3 times in a combo. Not all the time, but a lot of the time he does. Just going to pop the party members back into Limit Break. Attacking from behind if possible to get your crits. Critical strike from behind. If you need to get some MP back, don't forget you can do a Soul Shield on any attack to restore some MP if needed. And other than that, that is the stage.